Doing an early stream today. I've got the house to myself, and I've done everything I needed to do for the day, so I'm just gonna stream for a little bit. Probably till about 3 or 4, something like that. I wanted to play a game I've been meaning to play for a long time, and I just never got around to it. Call of Cthulhu. I am really into like H.P. Lovecraft. I've read a lot of his stories. I ironically have not read Call of Cthulhu, but I've heard lots of good things about this game, so I just wanted to check it out. I played a little bit. I bought it a long time ago, and it was one of those games where I was like using a guide and trying to, get everything I could possibly get, and it's just not a fun way to play the game. So I wasn't enjoying myself. I didn't play any farther than the second chapter, which is like not even an hour, I don't think, into the game. So, Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a new case, able to lift him from his torpor. I've never heard of that word. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. It's a very interesting game from what I've seen. It's like you can like upgrade your character's abilities, but it's not really like an RPG per se. It's really strange. I don't really know how to describe this game. If you've never played it, I mean, I guess you can just kind of see. If I am mad at his mercy, may the gods pity the man who in his callousness can remain sane to the hideous end. I kind of thought that would have like a voiceover, but I guess not. Brandon, how does the stream sound, buddy? Does my mic sound okay with the volume of the game? Sweet. Peter, how's it going? Kind of reminds me of what is that game? Amnesia. Like the aesthetic a little bit. No, I want to apply the settings. Yes. Are you sure to apply change? This game's a little, they should have proofread a little bit better, but that's alright. Ooh, I'm crouching. I think my controller's dying, by the way. It's got some weird, filter. That's really strange. I don't know if I like that. Is this the door I just tried to open? Anyway. It's very dark. How do I do this? Oh. I need this, and then I see. I thought it was telling me to, like, light this. Like there was a candle box or something here. I like the like, visual, like, or, like, the environment, I guess, is really cool, I think. I mean, obviously very Lovecraftian, like, you don't know what could be out there. Can't even see the water. I mean, over here you can, but, like, this is just a fucking abyss right here. Okay. I don't remember that part. My controller's vibrating. I don't remember if this game is, like, scary or not. It's not nighttime here though, so I won't be scared. Let's see. I don't think this is the way I came from. I want to go back. Open that first door that I came to. Oh. Oh. Well, I guess it was kind of pointless, but whatever. Who was that talking? Was it some kind of cult leader? Oh yeah, the dead whales.
What a putrid
Gross.
offering.
I always thought the white parts of the orca whale was the eyes. Lots of guts. I'm gonna get out of here.
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
Chosen for what? Why are my hands all bloody?
Behold. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
I hate whiskey.
Ooh. My first real decision of the game. I know that there's a trophy for not drinking throughout the game, or something like that. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get in character. I'm gonna have another drink.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Alright, the Pierce Investigation Agency. The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay, but I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? I wonder. It's not in the title of the game. This is the upgrading I was talking about. It's really strange. I think the best one to upgrade is Spot Hidden. Yeah, you can like find hidden items in the game. I wonder if you can like fully upgrade your character. Mental trauma. Well. Edward Pierce is a veteran of the First World War, where he took part in the Meuse-Argonne offensive. He is one of the few survivors of the lost battalion, American units that suffered heavy losses from enemy and Allied artillery fire. Forced to hold their position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades, without food or medical supplies, the soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He consumes sleeping pills and liquor to ward off the nightmares that haunt him. So we got a PTSD guy here. I don't have any character points anyway, so no information on inhabitants, places. My private detective agency contracted to the Wentworth Detective Agency. After the Great War, I decided to set up in Boston, where there is no lack of work for guys like me. One small-time case follows the other. Adultery, settled scores, disappearances that are not actually disappearances. The old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed, and I should probably get rid of these empty pill bottles, but this place is mine for the moment. And I've got a lighter.
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
The bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case, but when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who's got proof against you.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Got a one-track mind.
I should get rid of all this stuff.
This guy's busy. Shut up. Tired of this music. Reminds me of BioShock.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
I have character points now. I don't know if I want to get to level 4 on this. I just don't, I can't remember what's actually good. Strength. Hmm. I'll do that. And then got 2 character points left. Oh, investigation. I didn't see that either. Picking locks. That seems good, but I don't have enough points to... Oh, I do. Medicine, though? Medicine represents your medical knowledge. Determining dosage of a drug, making a diagnosis, expressing your understanding of a medical problem. Sure. I'll be a doctor.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, you still...
I'm coming.
Ooh.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
Alright, let's do it.
What are we supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
A shipping label. Some of it is unreadable, but I can make out part of the address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report. It says that the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cutting. An article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a recluse life with their only son, Simon. Alright, let's look at this painting.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
I think you shouldn't take this painting lightly.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
Oh boy. He is dressing. He's got the bow tie. Looks like a 1920s version of Bill Nye. Oh, mental fragility. I don't think it said mental fragility. I think it said frailty.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Where did she live?
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover
I thought
it.
you just wanted me to look at your painting, and now you're gonna send me off to an island somewhere?
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Alright. I think I already
The
did
sender's
this
label
one, but...
mentions
yeah.
where.
That's right.
And you think
That is what... Go to Dark...
Alright, let's, that's all the information I
I'm
need,
beginning
sir.
to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death.
Her folly?
You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right, I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
Well, that's rude.
Darkwater.
Close that.
I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. but it seems to have been shunned since then.
Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with many memories left by its lost tribes. But don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long-abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows, but today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land off the coast of Massachusetts.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
What is this?
I wonder why I still take these things.
Doctors prescribed them when I returned from the war. They swore that they would put an end to the nightmares, but for a while now their effect has been wearing off. Use with caution. Interesting. A dense work aimed at interns and young practitioners. The first volume lists all illnesses known in the civilized world. It details the symptoms and suitable treatments. Ooh. I upgraded my medicine stat. Oh, I see. So when I made my character, I could put stats into these, or put numbers into these, put points into these. That's the word I was looking for. But now that I've created my character, I can't upgrade them farther unless I find things in the environment. So maybe putting points into that was a waste, but whatever. Stephen Webster. I'm not gonna read all of these. I'm just gonna. So that's his daughter and her husband and their son. All dead. Okay. Going to Darkwater now. Chapter 1 Clues. Already read that. Painting depicts a monstrous silhouette threatening a woman and child. Flames can be made out in the background. Stephen Webster, the father of Sarah Hawkins, thinks that this is linked to the death of his daughter. I mean, the obvious link here is, you know, that's his daughter and grandson, but her husband is in the picture, so I'm assuming that's her husband, or like some kind of weird, like, representation of him, that he was like actually a huge asshole and killed them or whatever. I don't know. No, I've never played this before. Not past the first chapter anyway, or the second. I played a little bit into the second chapter, but that, I mean, first chapter is really short, so there's really not much to it.
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. I used to be an avid reader.
Ah. I used to be an avid reader.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
The husband never understood that his wife had left him. He kept on calling me weeks after the investigation had been closed. So this is all, I mean, it's all fluff. Just stuff that doesn't matter. I'm gonna have another drink. That's what I would do if I was him. Whew. That whiskey hit me a little harder than I thought it would. But it's a good thing I get over it real quick. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. On the shipping label, an address. A warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. So I've made it to this area, and I walked around and like talked to some people, but past that, I didn't do anything. I remember there's like a weird captain guy. I think he's the one that takes you there, and you walk into the bar, and like everyone's talking about whaling or something. I don't remember. But then you have to try and sneak into this warehouse, and that's when I stopped playing, because I couldn't figure it out. But the guide I was using to play said something about like a lock picking skill, but it's like Bethesda games where you have a chance to lock pick, and if it's not successful, then you're screwed. I mean, the percentage chance that you do it is higher based on your whatever, like your discovery stat or something, but I mean, you could have a 99% chance and still fail it. Enter madness. Cyanide Studio.
We're almost there.
Yeah, that's that captain guy. Call of Cthulhu. Scylla. That's a god in Smite.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Thank you.
Thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
Oh. I didn't know you would actually say
What
that.
wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Talk to Fitzroy. I just talked to Fitzroy. I don't want to talk to him. He's weird. Oh. I thought I just pulled out a gun. Who is this? Who's this guy? Who are you? Alright, let's go to the bar.
What did he call us just now?
I said you were a bilge rat.
There's nothing for you here either. Beat it.
You think we don't know what you're doing? Hidden in the fog?
Huh.
I'll shut up your big mouth once and for all.
Optimistic.
Okay. Why does everyone have a weird accent? Hey, buddy. I like your mutton chops. Anyone down here want to talk? You look mean. Everyone here looks fucking mean. Gross. Wha-
Hey, be careful.
Interesting choice there.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Wasn't me who went looking for it. I'm sorry, you're overdoing it. The guy didn't show respect. I forget what my eloquence stat is. I can't check it from here. Let's try it.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure rises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
I didn't expect to find alcohol. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
She? So it's probably that lady that was just smoking that very long cigarette.
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah? Well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Captain
Yeah.
Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
Bro.
That'll be all for now.
You're lucky. Are you Bradley?
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Moby Dick.
Exactly.
I've never heard this.
That's a big whale.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
It's a local legend?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's framed right behind you. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
I bid you
Okay.
farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
It's a big whale. Man, these guys are true sirens. Are you Bradley?
Nightmares.
Algernon
Can
Drake.
hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
This guy's, what's up with this guy? He's got a tattoo. And the symbols. This guy, there's no way he's just a random guy. He's got to come back at some point.
You have no right to treat us like this.
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
You said it.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
21st of May, 1847. Miraculous catch. The Scylla returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. We had given up hope. The crew of the Scylla, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. of a size that went beyond that of the formidable toothed whales, the cetacean, yeah, I think that's how you say that, that is already being called the miraculous catch, covered the whole deck and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of their perilous catch, but also of its meat, unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritious benefits. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. There's a warehouse for rent. Mr. Marks is putting his warehouse up for rent from June for fishing. And we're back. Warehouse for rent. Mr. Marks is putting his warehouse up for rent from June for fishing, workshop, or storage activities. You can contact him via your favorite newspaper or visit him on the docks. Special evening at the Stranded Whale. To celebrate the return of our brave whalers, all of the staff of Stranded Whale invite you to an exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family or with friends to taste the miraculous catch. Each person will leave with a bottle of oil, so don't hesitate. Please don't hesitate. It's a big whale. There was a lady in here, wasn't there? I want to find her and talk to her. There she is. Are you Bradley?
What you looking at, stranger?
What you looking at, stranger? What does a woman like you do in a place like this?
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
It was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
Yeah, that's fair. Who are you? Can I talk to you? Where's Bradley? Locked. You just had the same conversation. Captain Fitzroy.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
Miss Baker always free for the lady? Yeah, that's where I came in at. Alright. Let's go see if we can find someone named Bradley. Because Captain Fitzroy's up there. Can't go down there. There he is.
Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
The same goes for you.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
Alright, hold on. I need to check something real quick. My controller's acting up a little bit. And so I want to... Maybe I can't. Devices. Bluetooth. Don't disconnect. Controllers. Use Bluetooth, yeah. Well, that's strange. It's like cutting out very slightly. Like the audio. I don't know if it's my mic or my headset or the controller. I don't know. Anyway.
Sign. There's something coming. Something real
Yeah, I talked to
bad.
him, so let's just talk to Fitzroy now, I guess. Hey, bud. You mind if I hold this light right in your face?
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Captain, the terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned. Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Oh, I thought that would be locked. Oh, it's a bathroom. Let's see. Yep, that's a toilet. Oh, that's gross. Whole bunch of stains in here. I'm gonna leave that room.
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Why are you just staring off, like, out there? There's nothing out there. The second volume teaches ethics and good practice to medical staff. I want to see my, I got a decent eloquence. Goes up by 2% when you find a book.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
In this photograph, a man who looks like Captain Fitzroy is posing on the bridge of a ship. He has a wooden leg. Is that like his grandfather or something? That's Captain Fitzroy. Why did he say it looked like he could be his twin?
What a macabre souvenir.
That's not how you say that.
What a macabre souvenir.
It's macabre. Whatever. Get over here. Let me talk to you. Do you have a wooden leg? Those look both very human legs to me. However, I can't say that with certainty.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible, 1890, 1907, and a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? Oh. There he is. Boy's fast.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
Why does this guy like kind of sound like Captain Knuckles?
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see
saw it
if you're interested.
It's apparently macabre.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Yep.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
Why are they putting it back into the sea?
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
Miraculous catch.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
Interesting. Okay.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
One CP. Character point. Ooh. Part of me just wants to, like, make all my stats even. Because I feel like they're all, like, pretty important. Maybe not strength, but... yeah, I'll just... I think I'm gonna skip over strength, but everything else I'll probably upgrade. Darkwater. Roy Mitchell heals the bar. He's 45. He seems much older. Darkwater Port and the Stranded Whale. The Miraculous Catch. Why is that a cult? So that was his dad. Maybe I can determine what killed it now, since I got a little bit higher medical stat. Oh, those guys are done over there. I'm gonna look at this whale.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get us into trouble.
What could have done so much damage?
You can't understand.
What could have done so much damage?
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
You
Damn
can't understand.
You didn't tell me that the warehouse I was looking for was right in front of us.
Because its owner is dead. And I don't want to see you hanging around it. Now please, leave us to our work.
You can't
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
Yeah, you shyster.
They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
Damn stupid idiots. Sounds like something I would say.
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
I told him, that flunky, that he'll see what a real sailor has in his belly.
If you continue like that, everyone will see what you've got in your belly.
I hope so. I hope they don't forget the lesson. Me? I'm not scared of some girl.
I mean they're going to cut you open, you idiot. Calm down.
That's, I mean, considering there's been exactly one woman on the island so far, I think they're talking about this lady back here. Wherever she is.
What? Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
It's just a little drink. We taught those guys a lesson.
We'll return right after. It's just that standing guard in this alley makes your throat dry.
That fool Fitzroy can't keep his dogs on a leash.
I'll have to send him a more clear-cut message.
So you're Cat.
I told you to beat it.
Yes, you did. So we can go back here.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
You got blood on your face? Or are you just funny looking? Spot hidden skill allows you to detect hidden items in a close range. Once these items are found, the detection icon will be grayed.
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
A way in where? Am I going to the warehouse? So that winch up there, but I can't get up there. There's no ladder. I'll run around somewhere else. It's a car. I'll just drive. Drive right through the front doors of the warehouse. No one can stop me. I know you can go over here too. Over here's where that locked door was, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
Try to lockpick it.
Where do you think you're going?
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
You and I are on the same side of the law.
Oh, yeah?
You don't want to know the truth behind this case.
Are you saying our work was not up to snuff? Forget it.
These guys don't like me.
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
No. I'm gonna go see him. You can't just tell me about a crazy old guy that lives in a burnt-up mansion by himself and expect me not to go, like, poking around. Nothing. I see you. There's a whole bunch of fishermen here. I like how they just like completely ignore your existence if you don't have anything to say. This is the door. Yep. Let's try it.
Damnation. I broke it. It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Well. Damnation. Saint Brendan the Navigator. This reminds me of another Lovecraft story.
Saint Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Reminds me of Dagon. It's like a... What was it? Some dude's like traveling on the ocean from... It does look like a Skyrim statue. Some guy's like in the ocean on a sailboat, like a really like a lifeboat, basically, like a single person boat, and then he falls asleep and he wakes up and the water has solidified, so he like, you know, gets out of his boat and like starts walking across the solidified water and comes upon this like statue, kind of, or like it's like a big monolith, and it's surrounded by water or something. And then, bye Peter, enjoy work. I'll be streaming later tonight too, so if you want to join me for that. Cat and the girls are going to be gone pretty much all day, so but he comes upon this monolith and it's got some water around it, and as he's like approaching it, he gets this like very ominous feeling, and he eventually gets to the point where he's like he realizes how massive this thing is, and as soon as he gets to that point, this like giant like man fish creature thing like comes out of the water around the monolith and like perches onto the monolith, and that's like, you know, Dagon, and he runs away, and that's the end of the story. Or that's how I remember it anyway. That's probably completely butchered, but
you live here?
It's really good story.
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
How can I be the one who defaced your saint? I've just come ashore, you idiots.
That's true. We're as drunk as lords.
You bet. You could have gone by without us seeing you.
Do not rile me. You can hardly stand up.
He's right. We're no match.
For the moment. We're annoyed. It's understandable.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
Alright, fellas.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Okay.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Gentlemen.
You could tell me. No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
So they leave the warehouse unguarded. Or they have. Obviously, it's not unguarded right now.
Come on, you could tell me. Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it shut. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Cat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes.
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
I went to see the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors.
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
Gentlemen, you have a problem.
What? Who do you take yourself for, stranger?
Your boss is very unhappy with your work.
Oh yeah? You're bluffing.
She said those knuckleheads are incapable of staying at their post.
Darn it.
You think he's telling the truth?
We'll find out. Prove that you really know Cat.
It's risky to question my word. I wouldn't like you to get cut with a certain Italian knife.
Okay. You've convinced
Easy. It's so easy.
What do you want from us?
I thought I made it clear. I have to take a look inside the Hawkins warehouse. Leave me alone, and I'll put in a good word for you with Cap.
Okay, it's a deal.
Move. A whole bunch of alcohol back here. Can't climb that ladder. Can't get in there. Seems like one of those games where there's like multiple ways to progress.
Let's see.
Oh boy. Oh, I got it. Sweet.
Perfect. This place stinks.
I'm going to... What was it? Investigation?
What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case? What happened here?
Someone punched this mirror. It's all the blood from punching the mirror.
These painkillers were prescribed 3 months ago. Someone has been taking them since the time of the Hawkins death.
Well, this is one of those games I'm probably gonna play it all the way through.
Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
So if I get a regular audience who is interested in watching this, then hey, you're gonna watch it till the end, baby.
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings? Someone treasures this crumpled picture to the point of sleeping with it.
That looks to me like someone from the fire survived, or like one of the family members still alive. Officially unused since Charles Hawkins' death, this warehouse recently housed a clandestine resident. Signs of life attest to the fact. The presence of blood-stained bandages must also be noted, probably removed from a wound, as well as pills, painkillers, and sleeping pills. Moreover, the occupant seems to be obsessed with Sarah Hawkins, as attested by the presence of several documents connected to the artist's life, photographs, and press cutting. But it is the discovery of a partly charred painting recognized by Officer Bradley as having come from the Hawkins mansion that allows all doubts to be lifted as to the link between the contents of this building and the Hawkins case. Interesting. It's a little bit creepy. So who was trying to keep people out of here? If it was Kat, then maybe she's the one that's, you know, obsessed with everything here.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Threaten the police, no.
You seem like a competent officer. We should help each other.
You're trying to manipulate me, Mr. Pierce. I hate to be taken for a fool.
All right, Inspector Lestrade. Let me take a more direct approach. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way.
This guy has a scar on the side of his
Could you
face.
please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose.
That is the guy that they were talking about.
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
You told me to beat it.
Far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Garden of the Hawkins Mansion. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place thought to be abandoned revealed some surprises, signs of recent occupation as well as a partly charred painting. Interrupted in his searching by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins Mansion. Interesting. Oh, I didn't realize it was done loading. I should do that. Yeah, VODs are only 14 days, I think. 60 days for, like, affiliates and stuff like that. I really should
Well,
figure
here we
that out.
are, Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I mean, I'm gonna keep asking you stuff.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around, it would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
I don't trust you.
You stay here and keep an eye on things.
Okay. But don't get the impression that I'll leave you alone inside the mansion.
So we're out in the garden. I probably don't need that. Singular chair. Oh. Figurine of a whale carved from wood. It's the sort of toy that sailors made for their children. Look at that whale. Solid. It's a fucking massive
Recently
tree.
fallen. It's as if all life has abandoned the place.
Well, I guess we're going around.
Jeepers! Poe's prophetic raven.
That, oh, come on. That's kind of... Hilltop house built in 1693 by Reverend John Wickwood. Oh, okay.
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined, but the architecture seems too recent.
I laid me down and slept. I awaked, for the Lord sustained me. Psalm 3:5. It's a nice graveyard here. Charles Hawkins.
Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins. Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
Oh, there were flowers.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh.
So that's probably from Mr. Silas.
Poor kid.
Alright, let's go up to the manor, I guess. There's the tree. There's one more area to explore.
This entrance is still in use.
Oh.
Whoa! Whoa! You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe, and let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
You haven't forgiven yourself. You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last one left.
You don't know how right you are. Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin?
Yeah, that's it. Vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do.
Easy.
Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
What now?
Oh, shut up. Oh, where did you come from?
Shall we enter? Now that you've finished your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go. Let's take a look inside.
I'm coming with you. There's no way I'll leave you alone in there without a watchful eye.
Pierce and Officer Bradley explored the gardens of the Hawkins mansion. The family lies in the graveyard of the property guarded by Silas Winchester. The old caretaker, still faithful to his employers, keeps watch on the place, armed with his axe. Pierce and Bradley managed to calm him down. Bullshit, I did it by myself. Finally get a hold of the key to the Hawkins mansion. They enter the building looking for the scene of the fire. I'm hungry.
Follow me. I know the place.
You know the place.
Who left this light on?
Vermin.
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me? This roast. What strange creature has flesh like this?
Yeah, that's some kind of... not...
This place is for the head of the family.
Natural.
Charles Hawkins. The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor.
So Charles Hawkins is not a good guy, I don't think.
Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched? Something happened at this table. An argument?
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Alright, let's find the fire area. The area with the fire.
Let's see
Silas
if I can
managed to
find
bring the
something
fire
the
under
cops
control,
missed.
but it was already too late for the Hawk.
Bradley. Silas Winchester. Since the fire in the Hawkins mansion, the dining room has remained intact. The settings allow the places occupied by the family members to be determined. Visibly, etiquette was respected, even in private. Charles Hawkins sat at the head of the table with wife and son on either side. The knocked-over chair could be due to something that happened after the fire, or it could confirm the theory of a domestic argument. Clearly, the roast was untouched in certain plates. The meat, mysteriously preserved since then, seems to have been the subject of the dispute between the Hawkins couple.
They had a fight. Why?
Oh.
Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How? Did it stop at the time of the fire?
Probably. That looks like a...
The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker? If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn?
Well, it was charred. Right?
Did someone escape the fire? Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
I think that some of your colleagues should turn in their badges. This room is bursting with evidence that seriously contradicts the official inquiry.
Well, of course, Mr. Holmes. Like what?
I found a bottle of whiskey. Empty.
Well, that must have been a loss for you.
No glass. I suspect one of them drank heavily to calm down. Charles, most probably.
That's pretty thin. Who says that bottle hadn't been there for a while?
I can tell where young Simon was, but not his parents. Where were their bodies found?
I can't help you on that one. Charles and Sarah's bodies had already been carried away when I got here.
Without your authorization? By whom?
Marshall, Andrews, Chief West. We never deal with cases like that, you know. So... well...
It would seem at least one person fled the crime scene.
What'd you say?
That mark on the door. Someone's hand slid down there. The left side has no mark. The door was open and that someone left.
For God's sake. I mean, if it's Charles or Sarah, they wouldn't have left their son.
They would rather die in the flames as a family instead of calling for help? I don't buy it.
Oh, yeah?
I was under the impression the fire started around midnight.
Yes, Silas banged on our door around 1 a.m. Poor devil ran so hard he was almost belching his lungs out.
This clock burned before 10 p.m.
That's impossible. What do you imply? Silas never would have hurt the Hawkins family. Besides, Dr. Fuller confirmed the hour of death in his report. Your clock must have already have stopped.
Dr. Fuller?
A brilliant surgeon, and a friend of the family. I'm sure he took the matter to heart. So, excuse me if I value his opinion over yours.
So be it. Let's move on. I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
There's only one way to be sure.
If Chief West found out about what
Breaks down door.
I'd be in serious trouble.
I don't really understand what he means by that.
This door is locked.
Yep. Vermin. Ooh, more medicine. This collection of medical knowledge and health practices in the 18th century actually only covers the so-called civilized countries. It does not deal with the influence of holistic medicines or medicines from continents considered inferior.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. The same bandages that I saw in the warehouse on the docks. And given the bloodstains, I'd also say that it's the same person.
It's building up Silas as a serious, suspect.
The lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty. This door is blocked from the outside.
There's a thing around here that I can find. But I can't find it. I don't remember it storming. Is it upstairs? Can't go upstairs.
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
There's something in here. There you are.
A crowbar could prove useful.
A crowbar.
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, Not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music.
Another? Oh, Moby Dick. Hey.
Moby Dick. Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess.
Just like Leviathan is mandatory listening for any self-respecting metal fan.
A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century.
A precise and very detailed treatise on the particularities of the human body compared to the animal world. The simplicity of its writing and the vulgarization of its vocabulary make it accessible to the profane. My medicine skills is going up.
Darkwater history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies. A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century.
There's a shit ton of books, Jesus. How do you even come across this many books so long ago?
One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable.
I like that painting, actually. I think I would actually hang that in my house.
"20,000 Leagues Under the Sea." Another story about the mysteries of the deep. What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Dear sir, as you know, I have always held you and your family in high respect. Unfortunately, I can no longer continue to close my eyes on the behavior of your wife. Last week she again terrified my clientele. I know that she means no harm, but you should place her in the care of Dr. Fuller. He alone seems able to make her come to her senses. If these disturbances were to occur, believe me that, although it would feel like torture, I would be obliged to involve the police. Respectfully yours, Anton Willard. This is the front, yeah. So she kind of like was crazy? Or maybe she is like, I don't know. Maybe she was possessed or something. Possessed by Cthulhu.
Locked.
Oh. Is this,
The boys' room.
Yep. The boys' room.
A child's fort. The threat was Simon protecting his world.
Well, I mean, it's kind of... It's pointing a lot of fingers
Sawyer,
at
Mark Twain.
his
Sarah
dad
must have
as
read it to
well.
him before bed.
That just seems kind of too obvious. I don't think Silas has anything to do with this.
Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family? What nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
Yeah, I don't think it's just a matter of him being scared of his dad. Ooh, spider webs. Another hidden thing. The key that opens the door to Sarah Hawkins' office was concealed. I bet that's this room. Oh. Well, that's not good.
Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life.
So she was kind of going crazy. My very dear Sarah, ever since you left to bury yourself away on that lost island, your art has been attracting increasing numbers of collectors. I beg you to send me some new paintings. The last ones, so somber and strange, moving as no other paintings have been, are selling at a premium price. Your percentage of those most recent sales is attached. Do not forget your friend, who is the first to recognize your genius and display it to the world. Affectionately yours, Maximilian L. See.
This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold.
Whew. She sold for some good money. One got returned. This FS bought a whole bunch of them. Dr. Fuller.
It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why.
Well, he bought a whole bunch of her paintings.
Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other.
And this is concerning.
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? What was she trying to achieve? door is blocked on the other side.
Bah.
Bradley? Is that you?
Uh-oh. Is this to...
What will her room reveal about her?
Oh, this is to her office. Let's see if I can pick the lock. Nope.
This padlock is too complicated for me. A barbiturate prescription from a certain Dr. Fuller.
75 milligrams of ambarbital sodium. So what is this for?
Such an excessive dose. Either this man is a charlatan, or Sarah's condition is unlike anything I've ever seen. Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment.
Barbiturates act as a depressant of the nervous system, but once you begin, you can never live without them. So there's more to discover. Sarah Hawkins' sketches look more like a gallery of horrors than anatomical studies. Do they represent what haunts her nights?
Is anyone there?
What? That's me. Oh. Is that... who is that?
You!
Hey.
Stop!
Get back here.
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
It's probably just the game.
I'll cover you.
It's got a weird... I don't know. There was a point when something came up, like a text prompt came
This
up,
door was
and then like
closed
the sound effect that accompanied it was like 2 seconds later. It didn't play smoothly. I was about to call the stream anyway, so maybe I'll just stop and take a look at it and see if I can find any issues. Well, I might as well finish this chapter, I guess. Is this the room where the fire was at? Yeah.
Where did he go?
Must have got out some way.
No, he was here. I'm sure. Let's search this room. This Dr. Fuller, was he Sarah Hawkins' therapist?
Charles, I understand your worries, but I assure you that Sarah is in good hands here at the Riverside Institute. It goes without saying that her state requires very specific care and a high level of attention. Her full potential will only be able to express itself if she is placed in a secure environment and surrounded by qualified staff. The game's fine. I don't see any issues. It might be yours. I'll watch the VOD back when I finish the stream and see how it looks on my end. The decision is yours, of course, but I seem to understand that you are running out of time. Your friend, Thomas Fuller.
They look like Celtic runes. Charles must have brought them back from one of his foreign trips. It looks like an old seaway map.
Oh, oil reservoir.
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well.
Is that the singer for Judas Priest?
I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. Probably another friend of Hawkins. It looks like a freehand map of Darkwater. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why. The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. This panel is movable. Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage. I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism. With this, I should be able to force the gears.
Well done, Pierce.
Yeah, it's just too easy. It's probably the end of the chapter. Uh-huh. Inside the Hawkins mansion, the scene of the fire revealed its secrets. Pierce and Officer Bradley, now on the trail of a survivor, had undertaken to search the place, looking for proof. When a hooded man leaped into Sarah Hawkins' workshop to steal a painting, detective and police officers set off after him. By following him to the secret office, oh boy, by following him to the office of Charles Hawkins, they discovered a secret passage. Pierce and Bradley enter the tunnel under the mansion. And that's where I'm gonna call it for now. I'm gonna be back on later. Today's gonna be a long day of streaming for me. Kat will probably be home in a little bit, and then she's got D&D tonight, so she'll be leaving again around 7 or so. So I'll probably hop back on then. I don't know if I'm gonna play this more
Secret
tonight.
passage under the manor. It's like a detective novel.
I mean, I'm enjoying this story. It's
Yeah.
kind of light on
And he had
gameplay
a
though.
direct means of entry to the crime scene. We must find him.
But and I'll investigate the lag and stuff and see if that's something that's on my end or if it was just Brandon. Because I mean, no one else has been talking. Some multiplayer games? We can see. I don't really want to stream Smite. I don't think Smite's something I want to be streaming. Unless we get like all 4 or 5 of us on, but and I don't really want to do Warzone or anything. I don't know. If you have any ideas, just text me and we'll hash it out. We'll figure something out. And if nothing sounds fun, then I'll just stream something else. But yeah, thanks for watching, y'all, and we'll be back in a few hours. If you want to come back, that's fine. If not, then shit, I really wish you'd come back. Yeah, if you enjoyed what you saw, just follow me so you can, follow what I'm doing, be notified when I'm gonna stream again. I usually stream every night around 9 or 10. Today and tomorrow is gonna be more than that. Because I don't have a lot to do. So I'm just trying to get as much streaming in as I can. Alright. I will see y'all next time.